It was in the early morning, so to speak. I was on the flight of the capital ship, as we made our way into the Sol system to attack humanity. A dwarf planet was blocking our path, and we were much too lazy to go around it. So we did what any self-respecting, hyper-advanced, space-faring intragalactic empire capital ship crew would do. We blew it up. This would clear our way and send the humans a message. And so a single Terra Deforma bomb was sent hurtling towards the dwarf planet, shattering it into trillions of tiny molten chunks. It was around the big planet with striking rings that we first encountered resistance. A bunch of rural space farmers were stalking our capital ship before they launched a message towards us. The tiny capsule meandered its way through the unforgiving vacuum towards our capital ship at a measly 92% light speed. We slowed down a bit and caught it. The message was promptly delivered into my claws. I opened the primitive material with big black letters scrawled onto it. The computer lazily translated the paper into saying, "You're next, bitch." Around the really big planet, we finally made contact. But it wasn't the huge human armada we were expecting. Instead, a tiny fleet of farmers and rural denizens lay before us, weapons to bear, and opened fire, and a small meaningless object ejected slowly towards our armada. The lasers and projectiles did nothing to our ships, they simply bounced off. But just as I was about to give the order to return fire and melt the fleet into paste, the klaxons began blaring, and I was automatically shuffled out of my seat and into an escape pod. I thought the system had malfunctioned, as it frustratingly jettisoned my pod out into the planet's gravity well. But suddenly, half our damn fleet was lit up in plasma. They set off a nova bomb. My pod did some quick calculations, and determined that the small object was, in fact, an improvised high-yield anti-ship explosive device. The chemical composition was too weak to create such an explosion, however, and the computer could not make sense of it. In the midst of this confusion, a message was pinged into my pod. I told my computer to immediately file a report that the humans had just committed a war crime, but, to my shock, the computer informed me that because it wasn't made the same way as actual proper nova bombs, this didn't even count as one. As I waited in the orbit, one more small capsule floated my way. I knew it was the end. The humans had sent another bomb to kill the commander. When the capsule's trajectory finally intersected mine, I believed I would be blown into a glorious display of plasma and violence, only befitting of a man my rank. But instead, the pod opened up its cargo bay and received it. Delivered promptly into my claws was a primitive material with big black letters. The computer lazily translated it into, "Fuck you, Space Geneva."